Before I start the video, there are timestamps down below. You can jump to each part, and there's a quick guide at the end. New helmet. You know what that means. It's time to put on the camera and the microphone. This is really easy to do, so I'm gonna show you the steps that I do to get that crisp quality. First up, here are the stuff you need. So the first step is to put on a mount on which you can mount your GoPro or other action cameras. Apparently my secondary camera only recorded for 39 seconds. Hopefully you saw a little what I did from there.
Nope.
Luckily I have a second mount which I can show you what I just did at this close-up without any problem. So as I mentioned, for the mount I recommend using Shin mounts. Shin mounts offers 3D printed mounts that fits perfectly to your helmet. They have a huge catalog of different helmets which you can check out on their website. You can use code Danof to get 10% off your next order at Shin mounts. This is how the Shin mounts look. It's 3D printed to fit your helmet perfectly. Behind this is a very sticky situation. You remove this and then you can put it on. Before you do that, you use the alcohol wipe that comes along, clean off the area, and after that you wait for it to dry, and you measure where you want to put your mount before you do it. After that, take this off, put it on super loosely, so you can still move it around, adjust it, put no pressure on it. Once you find your position, squeeze it on tight. You can also use a fan to make sure that you melt the glue a little, making that squeeze just so much better. Also, if you are using a traditional GoPro mount, you can always try to layer it with adhesive tape. That's what I've done here. I put the same adhesive tape that is on the back to kind of layer it. But this means that it will be a little bit wobbly and not super secure, but it is an emergency solution. This has lasted me 3 years without problem. Alright, now you're supposed to wait 24 hours before you put your GoPro on. I would highly recommend doing that since you're going to be using this every day. You should wait and let the adhesive do its work. But before you do that, it's very important to find the mounting position for your extra mounts, the ones that are actually going to attach your camera, to find out where your camera is going to be. So I made sure I bought some extra mounts from Shin Mounts just to make sure that I got as many possibilities as I wanted to mount my GoPro. I also have my old mount. This is the one I used to use. I used to have it like this. This would still work. We can see this would still work, but it would be very far out. The camera would be out here. I would be in here. That's not optimal. This part is really trial and error. You take your GoPro, you put it on, and you try out as many positions as you need before you find the one you want like. Oh my god. So what we can see from here is this is actually a really good mounting position. Gets the camera high up. It's really good. So now we put on the GoPro because the GoPro is very unnecessary weight to have on while the adhesive is still, haven't really kicked in yet. I feel like I should clarify why I'm sitting here on the floor. I decided to not warm up the adhesive, but with Shin mounts, you really should. I can tell you honestly, with the GoPro mounts, I didn't do it. With this one, I didn't do it, and it fell off. It didn't fall off, but I could just kind of like rip it off. So with Shin mounts, I highly recommend warming up the adhesive beforehand. About 30 seconds, not too warm, not too cold. Now when I properly warmed up the adhesive, I'm gonna put it on properly. There, and now squeeze it on tight. My girlfriend asked me,
why did you buy 2 Shin mounts when they were sending you one? Why did you buy one extra?
I knew I would do something like this. I knew I would ruin it. In my epic guide on how to do this, I would inevitably do it wrong. So the GoPro mic adapter has this really weird texture. I recommend taking some duct tape, or this is gaffer tape, and wrapping it around the GoPro mic adapter. It will make it way easier to put adhesive on it. So my camera will roughly be around here. I recommend waiting 24 hours and actually having your camera there. I've already measured it, so I know I need to put mine right over this sticker here. This is where it needs to go to be able to reach up here. Now you get your 3M tape. I believe that the easiest way of doing this is to put it on like this, where you can see how much you need. And you immediately just put it on to the mic adapter like this. Put it right on the mic adapter, and cut it off. Now you got that part for the mic adapter. Obviously you can see that this isn't enough. You gotta thin this out. So you take some more of this tape and you start filling it out. Now when you have all of these on, really squeeze them on there. Make sure you can get them on as tightly as possible. Not really want a lot of air in there. Just squeeze them. I like to put it on the ground and kind of just stand on it. I feel like this is the best way to get that really good squeeze. I'm a professional, guys. This is a great tutorial. I should not have recorded a tutorial. I'm not good at this. Should have done this on my own during daytime. It took me like 40 minutes to remove this tape. So I put 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. I put them on there, and now I go in here and I found where I wanted to put it. It was right here. You remember? It was right here. There we go. And now you gotta commit to this. You just gotta squeeze it on there and pretend like you don't care. That if this looks ugly in the future, you're like, oh man, it was supposed to look ugly. Because it was a commentary about politics and how we create beauty in society. So what I also do now is, because this never holds for me, I don't know why. I've seen Chase on 2 wheels do it. It holds for him. It never does for me. So I put tape over it. Then it holds. It holds good. You could probably just use the tape. So make sure that the tape goes above, like this. Squeeze it down along the line. And then just go over here. Comb it down the side. And then right here, you just want to put it over this edge like this. If it's on the cushions a little, that doesn't really matter. So now comes the fun part. You gotta plug in your microphone. Now comes the annoying part. This is your wire. At least if you buy the purple Panda. This is your shortest wire. It's not very short. It's actually rather long. So I've removed the visor to get a better look inside. What I want to do now is I want to take this cord and I just kind of want to pull it through the helmet so that I have it wherever I want to put my microphone. Because this is way easier to do now than before you pinch this on. So now you just gotta find a way to pinch it on. You could either try getting it behind the cushions. Maybe this could be easier to show on my replica helmet here. You could try getting it behind here, putting it in here, putting it in a squeeze and pulling it through to the other side. Could work. If you have these old cushions that I had, you can just pinch them straight on. You can see I had it pinched right there. I had it pinched on there. And one of those ought to work. This is really a trial and error process. This is just going to be a nightmare, whoever you are. What I've done here is I put it on the inside here. And I put the cord behind the pillow. And I have pulled it through out here. Now comes the part where you need to hide this entire wire as good as you can. I like to try and squeeze them up behind the pillows. It's one of the better places, in my opinion, to get this cord to hide, but it could be tricky. So as you can see now, a lot of the cord is gone. What I've done with it, I've squeezed a lot of cord under this pillow and some cord under this pillow. This one's hanging here. You want to tape down or whatever you want to. I usually tape them down. I think that's the best solution. So I'm going to put this one along the edge here and put some tape on it. I'm going to do the same for this one. So now, after all that blood, sweat and tears, you are done. The microphone is in position and you have hid the wires. As you can see what I did here. I put it down here, put some tape on it, drove it over here, put some more tape on it, tied it up around here, put some more tape around here, and then I hid the wires in here so you can't see them. These wires go under this list all the way up here. You can see it in there where it connects to our microphone. And now you have your entire setup. All you have to do now is wait for all of the adhesive to get where it needs to go, put on your camera, and you're done. And it's actually super easy. It just takes time. This took me about an hour and I made several mistakes along the way, but you do get it in the end. So now I'm gonna show you the settings I have on my GoPro to get the best video quality and sound in my opinion. So let's go into here and let's go into here. First on, I have Hyper Smooth on, I have Super View, 1080 and 60 frames. The rest of this you can leave at default. All of this I have on the float. I would recommend using the color flat, meaning that you color grade yourself. I think that's a lot better than GoPro's color grading. Here I would recommend having wind, auto, and raw audio off. For some reason that makes my microphone works a lot better. Why? I don't know. I also have this stereo option. Sometimes it's highlighted, sometimes it's not. I don't know the science. I know it's good though. Basically, that's all the settings that I use, and I've never had any problems using those settings. So that's it for Danof's instructional video. Oh my god, it makes so much. I hated this. I'm not good at this. Why do I insist on making instruction videos when I don't even know what I'm doing? And a special thank you to Patreons Cricket, Nanda Delest, Misha Blazer, Mikael Plichotta, Matthias Palmqvist, Icebomb, Alexius Wahlgren, Admiring Trash 25, Forrest Stendra, and Ben Smead.